building in the world. Located in France with 360 stories, it stands 4,223.9 feet tall, with another 3,562.3 feet underground. While its size triumphs over every other building in the world, its occupancy does not. In recent years, a company located in Russia, which is now known as Turpitude Incorporated, had located a very large oil reserve and started profiting off of it by enormous measures, and soon rose to the top of energy corporations, right alongside Avalon. And last week, likely as a move to push Avalon closer to going out of business, Turpitude offered higher paying jobs to 68% of the employees at the Avalon Paris branch. There is a major upside to this, however. There are now much more rooms in the elevators. Edwin comes on stage first, from the entrance, left side stage. He shows purpose in his walk, nicely blending in with casualness as well, before stopping and pushing the button for the elevator. Belle walks up next to him and starts waiting for the elevator too. They wait to the left of the elevator, facing the audience or the elevator.
Is there an emergency or something? I'm not in the way, am I?
Barely some idiot. What's TR name? Sorry.
It got edited.
You were some cute
Who
rip
edited the line?
on the 356th floor and somehow nearly fell through the window instead, just as this went through. And now I need to clean up his little boo-boo after I remove the shards from his hand. What about you? You're not dressed like you have to stick up your butt.
Perks of being the IT guy, I guess. Regulation, clothing doesn't apply to me. A shipping terminal is malfunctioning.
Must be nice to come out of your cave sometime, huh? That sounded rude. It was just a joke, because IT guys are always portrayed as...
Everyone cuts her off before she can finish saying lazy.
Yeah, got it. Admittedly, it's not too far from the truth.
Belle doesn't find the joke amusing, but she appreciates the attempt, especially since this is the first joke Edwin has offered, and so she offers a forced yet comforting chuckle. Declan comes on stage, hands so deep in his pockets it's like they've disappeared. He keeps his head bowed so his cap is hiding his face. He stands a small distance behind the other two.
Are you both going up?
Belle looks at Edwin nods. Oaks basically skips on the stage. The pep in his step is so large. It's the first thing anyone notices.
Oh, fuck. Hey all, I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Oh no, is there an emergency?
Barely. I suppose someone on the 355th floor wasn't taking good care of himself.
356.
What?
You just said it. It was on the 355th floor. But you told me it was 356th.
I think so. I don't remember.
You're right.
You sure? You don't sound like you're very invested in your job.
Because I'm not. It's Saturday.
There's a very brief pause, as this wasn't the answer Oaks was expecting to hear. He assumes Belle's kidding.
Hey,
That's-
oh, fuck. That's funny.
Belle doesn't appreciate the shove, or the fact that what she says is being taken as a joke. She shakes her head and then faces the elevator again. Declan keeps checking his watch. Edwin has his hands in his pocket and is swaying back and forth. Belle is staring into oblivion and is blowing air out of her mouth, and Oaks is happily observing the building he loves so much while tapping his foot to a song inside his head. It almost seems like all their actions are each playing a part in some unheard tune. The elevator dings and the door opens. They file on in order of appearance. They face the front of the elevator, facing the audience.
Yeah, hold it.
Let's go.
Got his foot in the door.
That way, yeah. Thanks.
No problem whatsoever.
To make up for the previous amount of employees, the elevators are 12 by 16 meters in length. They house 4 seats, a water cooler, a magazine rack to the left of the cooler, a nice rug, a potted tree sitting at the back right corner, and a security camera on the left corner just in case. Overall, the elevators are quite luxurious. However, there is a catch. He checks his watch before turning to Edwin.
how long do you think it will take till we reach the top floor?
I've been up there twice. It typically takes about 25 minutes without interruption.
No way! Did you know that if I had taken my regular lift, I'd be there by now?
Declan pours himself a drink. He's visibly nervous about something, but hides it pretty well.
Oh yeah? And what's your regular lift fancy pants? A helicopter?
Well, yeah.
Seriously?
If I could afford a helicopter, obviously I'm going to use it, instead of standing around at a German mating cell.
Unbelievable.
She says this sarcastically, not aggressively.
You deep pocket
Barons.
barons think you're so above a little elevator ride? How about you just be a human like the rest of us for an hour?
I wasn't trying to offend you. That's actually the reason I'm in here. By the way, the company thought it looks bad when people like us flaunt our wealth to make our lives easier, so I'm taking the elevator.
At the end of the day, Lucian's over here has the rights to do whatever he wants with his income. After all, he is the vice president of the company.
That's not desirable. That's not desirable.
Sorry, just, I guess you're basically the second CEO, right? You'll have the reins if... What's the CEO's name again?
Mandy.
Evergreen.
What?
Mandy Evergreen.
Right, I guess if she quits or something happens to her, you're in charge, right?
Huh. Here's open. About me being in charge, not something happening to her. Need me to pour you another drink?
No, I got it.
Declan pours some more water and then moves to the back of the elevator.
No, wait, water. Not on this side, anyway. I always wanted to know, what's the deal with Miss Evergreen?
Well, others than being a CEO of one of the leading renewable energy companies in the world, the lady is very nice.
Lucian goes to the magazine rack, picks a magazine off and starts leafing through it.
I'm pretty sure she
I made
donates
back at the
more
end
than
there.
half of her income to some charity.
You have a line, Max.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Really? I thought that was a rumor.
No, it's true. The one that helps little armless children in Indonesia. But yeah, she's pretty cool.
I would say brilliant personally.
Is this a company or a cop?
Well, anyway, the good news is that due to the less than desirable amount of employees and 10 different elevators, we aren't likely to experience any interruptions. Especially not at this early in the morning.
What do you mean? Less than desirable amount?
Bunch of critters.
Next.
Oh, fuck. Now, that's not the right term. They may have quit, but...
Lucian walks over and puts his hand on Edwin's shoulder.
Oh, not you. You're right. The correct term is traitors.
My question still hasn't been answered.
Our rival company made a giant offer to 58% of the employees here to work for them instead.
68.
Lex looks at Lucian with his eyebrows raised.
Are you serious? Jesus!
Well, let me tell you something about the world. What's your name?
Oaks, Lucian, you've had lunch with me twice this week.
Survival of the fittest. The way the world runs,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it will continue to run. In truth, I can't even blame those guys for running off.
So why didn't you run off too?
I didn't get an offer, but even if I did, I'm happy here.
Belle rolls her eyes, she doubts that last part.
Funny, I didn't get an offer either. I guess HR reps aren't very high demand.
And then very
Aren't very high demand.
I did.
Really?
Yeah. 10% pay increase too.
Holy shit. Why didn't you take it?
I like it here.
Belle walks over to Edwin and raises his arm.
Employee of the month, right here.
She claps jokingly. Everyone finds this uncomfortable, but is too polite to say anything, so he politely yanks his arm away. He moves to the back of the elevator next to Declan. There's a brief pause in the elevator as no one has anything to say. In truth, the conversation should have ended there. It was already much larger than a regular conversation, especially one consisting of almost total strangers. But by a stroke of fate, someone decided to poke things just a little further.
Are you feeling sick or something?
Huh?
You're sweating.
Declan doesn't like Edward pressing on him, so he starts to subtly panic, which comes out in anger,
Back off, buddy. You mind your own business, and I'll mind mine.
which sets a ball rolling. After this, Declan periodically takes glances at Edward, almost like he's planning something.
Okay. I've been using these elevators for almost 5 years now, and I find that going around and introducing ourselves makes the clock go much faster. So hi, my name's Oaks, and I work in human resources.
I'm going to stop the elevator and take the 356 remaining sets of stairs if this becomes the Breakfast Club.
Hi, I'm Belle. I'm 22 and I have a golden retriever at home and I like video games.
Belle goes Lucian with looks at Lucian with let's see what you got with. Lucian rolls his eyes.
My name is Lucian, as Oaks already knew, apparently.
2 weeks. Oh fuck. 2 times.
And I'm 41 tomorrow.
I actually like the fact, I actually like that 2 facts about your idea that Val suggested.
Alright, I have a flying license, and my favorite movie is, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. I think Jim Carrey is talented.
Oh.
It's obvious that everyone in this elevator doesn't like Jim Carrey, not even Declan.
Oh, so I act like a rich snob and complain about the elevator. But that's where you draw the line?
Hi, my name is Edmund. I'm 19. My favorite movie is something that's actually good, and I think we should eject Lucian from this elevator.
I agree.
Wait, why are we still?
Oh wait, crap, that's supposed to be Lucian. Ben said it one.
What?
Right after the elevator.
Why are we still caught up with this Jim Carrey thing?
Declan knows he shouldn't say anything, but he can't stop himself, so he pitches in with a mumble.
The vice president of one of the most important companies in the world sees talent in Jim Carrey.
Everyone laughs a little. They've come a little closer in the joint disappointment of Lucian. Oaks is a little proud of himself, as this was technically because of him, and so he carries a nice little smile on him.
What is your name anyway?
Declan thinks about this before making one up on the spot.
Declan.
Ben?
Good to meet you, Declan.
Everyone except Declan groans at Lucian's stroke in unison. Belle throws a paper cup on the water cooler at him. Declan smiles.
Anyone want a gun? Any gun?
Lucian and Oaks put up their hand.
Alright, sweet.
Oh, everyone walks on the chairs and pulls out 2 sticks of gum from underneath it. It's supposed to be chairs, so it's just. Everyone is visibly confused by what happened in the last 10 seconds.
That's your gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was under the couch.
Yeah. Why?
You can see why we're confused, right?
You just pulled gum out from under a couch and is now offering?
It is yours, or do I need to write an email to the sanitary
That's sanitary department.
sanitary department?
Everyone starts chewing a piece of banana gum and talks between chews.
No.
Yeah.
It's mine. I'm in here a lot, and so I made preparations and precautions. Check this out.
Everyone walks to the pod tree and pulls out a bag of chips on the waist. He offers the bag and holds it back. It's not the truth, but
It's not very true.
Yeah, where's the train?
what's there? Like behind. I think I sit down. Just you grab them. Alright, say it on.
Oh, I don't want one.
Everyone makes some sort of gesture indicating they don't want one. Everyone shrugs and takes one before putting the open bag back in the tree.
That is disturbingly smart, Edwin.
Lucian notices Declan glancing at him.
I don't have anything on my face, do I?
What? No.
Good. Because this is the moneymaker.
Yeah. Lucian, no offense, but I would shoot you right now if I could.
I'm Declan.
Now I actually want to focus on you for a second.
No thank you.
Yeah, see, what's gotten you so reserved, my friend?
I don't like strangers, and I've got a lot on my mind.
Well, do you want to share? You're amongst friends.
He looks around at everyone. They all give some sort of an vibe. They're thinking about how the word friend is a little strong. Oaks, however, is satisfied that he hasn't heard a disagreement.
See?
Declan seems to dig his hands deeper in his pocket, like he's holding on to something important. He's nervous.
Why are you so interested in me? He's reserved too.
Oaks takes a couple steps closer to Declan. He doesn't realise it, but he's coming across as threatening, when in truth it's just trying to be friendly.
Oh, I know Edwin. He can be more open than a jar of cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving.
Edwin feels slightly awkward being the centre of attention for no reason.
So, if he can be, why can't you?
Why don't you kiss him already?
Because they're supposed to be very close.
Oh, like facing each other.
Yeah.
Kiss him, why don't you?
Lucian steps in and eases Oaks away from Declan, gently but with a little.
Oaks, that's your name, right?
Yes.
I kind of forgot. Anyway, you're nobody's therapist, so how about you tone it down enough before someone starts crying about stories of their Uncle Tom?
He gives Declan a nod.
I was just a little curious is all. I haven't seen him around here before.
Although everyone's annoyed by Oaks' noisiness, they all do look at Declan, expecting him to give a simple explanation. Declan stutters, he hasn't planned this through.
I'm the coffee guy for Mandy Evergreen.
So, where's her coffee?
I lost it.
The coffee guy lost the coffee. Ha, that's funny.
The guy's not very enthused about his job. I get it.
Val walks up to Declan and gives him a pat on the shoulder. As she says this, Oaks goes and sits down. Makes you go sit down.
I did have it, but I got mugged on the way here and I dropped it.
Jeez.
Declan, it's horrible.
Oaks knows human behaviour like the back of his hand and believes that Declan is not showing accurate behaviour of a mugging victim. He's suspicious, but in truth, the idea that someone in this confined space isn't who he says he is makes him feel nervous. He decides to prod a little further.
I can fill out a form if you'd like.
No, thank you.
Why not?
It's happened. Nothing can change that.
You're not injured?
Nope.
Oaks starts biting his thumb and goes to sit on the couch. What you already are.
There's a couch.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. It's like,
Keeping
oh,
Keeping an eye on Declan.
Hey, Bill,
Yes, Ethan.
why do you dislike your job?
Oh, come on, Edwin. Doesn't everybody dislike their job?
No, I love computers.
Plus, you're a doctor.
Paramedic.
Same thing. Your job is literally to help the injured and save lives.
Why do you care so much?
Why do you not?
Oaks stands up.
Now, let's.
Oh, that's supposed to be Belle and Lucian in unison with a stern tone.
Sit down.
That's supposed to be in italics, I apologise about that. Oaks sits and starts to sweat.
FYI, I do help the injured and save lives.
Yeah, well, you're less than enthusiastic about it.
She said because it's Saturday.
And I think that's a pretty valid excuse.
Well, look around you.
Belle slowly looks around a little.
There are 5 different people in this elevator who have to work on a Saturday. Want to know why? Because we care about our jobs and are doing everything in our power to stop it from going bankrupt.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't care about my job.
Silence.
It's in everyone. You didn't know
Italics.
Yeah, there's no italics.
It's in italics.
Yeah, it sounds
Oh, it is
It's in italics.
I did that.
the bold.
Why do you?
Okay, we're waiting for the silence. Mr. Darling, say hello.
Not that it's any of your information. I wanted to make video games to get kids interested in horticulture, but this is what life seemed to want
Oh my
me to
god,
do.
doesn't Evan gonna hook up? Like,
Lucian is what? Lucian is slightly sympathetic,
yeah,
but he believes his
shut up.
personal stance.
To be fair, that doesn't sound like a reliable source of income.
My parents said that too.
There's a couple of seconds of awkward silence before Belle cuts it with a knife.
You're right. I should be thankful. I saved the day and I get paid for it.
She's obviously lying to herself.
Do you like your job?
I wouldn't say I like it, but I'm proud of where I am.
What about you, Declan? Do you like being the coffee guy?
Declan needs to get something off his chest, and he picks his next words very carefully before speaking.
it's a scary job. Sometimes I have to deliver the coffee to some people who I feel don't deserve it. But I have to because it's my job. I don't have any input. I was raised with this since I was born. And somebody wants Mandy Evergreen to have a coffee, and so I'm going to serve it to her somehow.
He is obviously an assassin. He's
Lucian raised his eyebrows slightly in a confused yet amused look.
Uber Eats is really up to their game.
Okay.
That's funny, no one wants.
Okay. How much longer?
What floor are you going to?
3:59. I have to attend a board meeting with Miss Evergreen.
231 floors to go.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh, 231. Okay, I can handle it.
Are you alright?
Uh,
Hello?
I
said, are you alright?
Yeah, I've just never been in an elevator for so long with absolute strangers.
You seem to enjoy talking to us strangers not that long ago.
Yeah, well,
I'm Declan Stone.
Hey man, I know some ways to help calm you down if you need it.
no, I don't need to be calm, I'm fine.
You're not fooling anyone.
Neither are you. You're obviously hiding something.
Declan is not literally knocked back by this and responds defensively by getting up close with Oates.
Oh, come here.
I am not.
Please, you've been sweating this whole time and you're clearly not a copy guy.
Lucian and Ellen use them.
Alright, enough.
Edwin pulls Oaks away while Lucian pulls Declan away. Belle stands watching with an almost
Lucian!
boys
Pull me the
look in
way.
her face. Declan goes and sits on the couch with his face in his hands.
One moment. I'm not hiding anything, I swear.
You're just quiet. We know. You don't need to explain anything.
You know what I like to do when I panic or stress?
What?
I like to imagine myself during the last time I was truly happy. That calms me down.
Hey, I like that idea. Let's try that. I'm imagining that time when I was 7 and I was planting catnip flowers with my grandma in her garden. After we planted the last one, I turned to her and said, I love gardening, Grandma. And she said, if you love it then,
She starts to choke up a little.
don't waste your time doing anything else.
Belle stops talking and starts to think. Lucian takes this opportunity for him to have a turn.
When I was 15, it was take your son to work day at my father's work. And while we were in his company limousine, I noticed all the people outside walking in the rain. They looked miserable. My father leaned in and told me, in truth, Lucian, being rich is the only way to truly be happy. I hope I made him proud.
Yesterday, when I was playing Team Fortress 2 with my friend from Winchester,
I love
Belle and Edwin high five. Everyone looks at Declan because it's his turn. It takes him a second to notice.
Pass.
I'm 4 years old and I found my big sister crying in her room. She tells me that she's sorry for acting different lately and that she's been diagnosed with a big word starting with D. These nuts.
Carry on.
I give her a hug and tell her that I'm always gonna be be always there and her to talk to.
Oak starts something uncontrollably. There's some silence in the room. Oak goes and stands in the far right corner of the elevator.
Walk over.
Just go like that.
Oh, you're supposed to be the guy who calms everybody down. You can't let an elevator make you lose sight of that. We need you, buddy.
I'm sorry for that shit attitude, Junior. And thank you guys for giving me and
Exactly, why are you laughing? Oh, wait, no, oh, why are you laughing?
Shut up.
The narrator hasn't said
Oh wait,
that.
no, you didn't finish the line. I was waiting for you.
What?
You can't have another one.
He's having a mental breakdown over here.
It's fine. They may not know it yet, but they.
Shut up!
Declan is still sitting on the couch, starts tapping his foot furiously before standing up.
I really need to know. Have any of you had to carry out a job that you're not quite sure you can pull off, but the point is past and there is no turning back?
Declan, sweetie, I'm an EMT. That's a typical Monday for me.
I mean, yeah, I'm the vice president of one of the largest companies that specialize in renewable energy. So yeah, I've bitten off more than I can chew, more than enough times, but it's important that you power through the nerves and just do it.
It is your job after all.
Okay.
Declan starts pacing back and forth.
Oh right, it's probably pretty hard pulling off a coffee job when you lost the coffee.
No, Lucian. This is much more than that.
Sweating, Edwin starts breathing deeply. He's starting to get stressed out from the tension.
What's happening?
Declan grumbled with a shaking voice.
Someone in this elevator is going to be dead before they stop.
There's silence in the elevator.
You know what? I think that was right. I think taking the stairs would be for the best.
Declan pulls out a gun and aims at Lucian. Lucian says,
You're not going anywhere!
You cannot convince me that I was wrong! Only to prove I was right! There are too many feelings flowing around my brain right now!
Oaks rips off his shirt and rolls around on the floor. He
He
rolls around on the floor, like screaming the whole time. He stands up.
Oh,
He stands up.
stand up. Sorry, I
Yes, we're still screaming the whole time, but we're just accelerating.
I'm an HR rep! This shouldn't happen!
Oaks knocks out. Declan knocks out Noakes with his gun. Everyone screams.
Oh wait. Declan, what are you doing, bud?
Declan has never been more nervous in his life. He's arguably more nervous than Lucian or anyone else in this elevator. This shows through shaky hand movements and voice.
I have a job to do.
But you're the coffee guy.
I can't even pronounce my own fucking name.
Dmitry Volkov.
My name is actually Dmitry Volkov, and I have a mission to assassinate the CEO of Avalon, which means Lucian, as vice president, you need to go too.
Everyone's frozen due to surprise. This is a lot to unpack.
This
I
explains a
could just
lot.
shoot him right now. I'm not doing it.
Shoot me. Oh, yeah, this explains a lot. I'm guessing he's in on it too, right?
Nope. I'm just the IT guy.
Oh.
So, this is what all the secrecy was about, wasn't it? All the plans and buckles. You weren't mute. You're KGB.
Those actually don't exist anymore.
That's what they want. You think.
I'm not KGB.
Then why did you hide the fact that you're Russian?
Because Russians are suspicious by nature!
Well then, Danielle, or whatever your name is, can I at least know who wants Mandy as a result, me dead?
You really don't know?
Who in their right mind would want Mandy Evergreen dead? The entire 100th floor of this building houses homeless kids.
The one company she poses a threat to.
No way. Turpitude Incorporated?
Everyone grabs a bag of chips on the tree and starts eating, watching this all unfold.
What?
Bingo!
You guys separated it's
Declan, I can see it in your face. Whatever you think you're gonna do, you're not gonna do it.
I have to. Otherwise, they'll never let me come back.
Turbitu?
Not the Liga.
The Liga. It's
Liga?
pronounced right under it. It says pronounced Liga.
Oh, well, that's
And
a
they're
different place for a
both-
pain. It's blood. Oh my god, this is such a long line. I'm not that good at a Russian accent. No, the Liga. A league of assassins. I'm just gonna kill myself now.
Come on!
Silenzio Bruno!
They trained me since I was able to use a spoon myself. They would never train me how to kill a man in the most subtle, efficient, and gruesome ways possible. Whenever we messed up under the age of 15, we were sent to the gulag for a week. If we were older than 15, we'd get a tick next to our name in the ledger. And 5 ticks means
Dimitri can't bring himself to say it. Whatever it is, he's afraid of it.
when somebody wants someone dead, they contact the Liga. That's not okay.
Yeah.
This is my first mission. If we fail a mission, we can't come back. Ever. That's everybody I've ever known. I'll be so alone.
Then do it.
Bail!
No, I mean, if it's so important, why are you procrastinating?
She's right. You could have shot me the minute you pulled out the gun.
Dimitri's shaking intensified. He opens his mouth to speak, but no noise comes out.
I know why.
So you are on it too?
What? No, geez, Bill. I'm not an assassin.
Oh.
I am an introvert though, and I know what it's like to finally meet people you're comfortable talking to, where you feel like you can say anything without being shoved in a locker or people asking who are you again, or being told to tell a to a computer screen.
Everyone's voice softens.
These people care. These people care more to you than you care to admit, don't they?
Dimitri looks around at the people in the elevator. Lucian has found the hard effect that he's tense. He's still wide-eyed. He's still wide-eyed and still, yet hasn't showed an ounce of cowardice the whole time. His feet are firmly planted and he's breathing steadily. Val and Edwin are looking at him with sympathy. Not fair, but they are keeping a steady eye on the gun in Dimitri's hands. Oak says something in his slumber. Dimitri is calming himself and can, but he knows he can't. For the last 20 minutes, these people, as well as the 4 guns, the water cooler, the magazine rack, the nice rug, the potted tree, and the security camera, have been this whole world. And this world offers so much more than the one waiting for him. Dimitri drops on his knees with his head in his hands, the gun on the floor by his side.
What am I going to do?
Gun is next to him with a hand on his shoulder.
I think it's easy when that door opens. Don't be Dimitri or something. Be Declan.
But the Liga. Shut up, I can't do it.
Then-
Have you ever thought of a career in security?
What do you say?
I'm saying, someone with your skills. You claim you would have been a great asset. You have what?
I'm saying someone
You
who's
claim you
skills.
would have be a great asset to our security team.
Are you saying it still wants me around, even after everything?
Of course. And besides, you're not a monster. At least you don't see talent in Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Everyone gives Lucian the stink eye.
I'm a cop.
Oh my god. Lucian rubs his face with his hands but takes the jab. He looks down at Edwin again and he looks at Declan. He looks down at Declan again with everything I told him. Declan, I got the news this was like 11 at night. Declan looks like a child awaiting his mother's answer to whether or not he's allowed to have dessert. Lucian holds his hand out to Declan.
Join me. So, what do you say, kid? Want the job?
Declan takes Lucian in his hand and Lucian pulls him up. Declan gives him a hug.
Hug!
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. We all have demons, Declan. I would have taken the offer had it been given to me. But thanks to someone, you, right? Yeah, you. I know I should be proud of this place. It's been there for me when I needed it most, so it should be fair I'm there during its rough times too.
What about that?
Did they see all of that? I'm good now.
It doesn't work.
What?
I've been meaning to tell someone about that for a while, but
Edwin, if our security surveillance isn't working, you tell someone immediately.
got it. Hey, what about him?
It went just at Oak, still unconscious on the floor. Now snaps their
You
fingers.
said.
I have an idea.
Now picks him up by the shoulders, we're not doing this, and takes the cue. Everyone takes the cue and picks him up by the legs. They gently ease him onto one of the chairs. This dude takes the leg. No, don't actually, just go on the stage.
Where?
Just go on
While he's still waking up, Lucian quickly puts the gun behind the tree.
Oh my god.
What happened? Where's my shirt? Wait, David! Did Declan have a gun?
What?
Did Declan have a gun?
No.
Yeah, and then he said he wanted to give us up and we're gonna die.
I guess you slipped and fell. I cut off your shirt to help you breathe better.
Well, something I did. Am I right?
Oak starts chuckling. Everyone else starts fake laughing to try and sell the plot.
Yeah, right, totally, yeah.
Everyone accepts his jersey and hands it to Oaks. Oaks takes it and puts it on.
Yes, mate. Thanks. Well, guys, that was honestly an enjoyable experience. Maybe a couple lives were changed in the process.
Declan smiles and looks around at everyone. Talking with his crap italics, talking with his fake accent again.
Yeah, I think so.
The door dings, the elevator dings and the door opens.
That's my stop.
She picks up her med kit.
What's the light this morning hasn't already bled out.
Hey Mel, I know how to make video games. So if you ever want to make that
Okay.
horticulture game a reality, give me a call.
Thanks, Edwin. I'll get your number from the front desk.
Lucian, then
Bye, Belle.
You're not that bad for a deep pocket boy.
she gives Declan a smile and a wave.
Bye, Declan. I hope you and Dimitri parties for good.
Oaks becomes visibly confused for a second.
I must have missed something.
Oh, and I hope your sister's doing better.
Lucas.
Okay, how do you say it?
Oaks.
Fuck, I thought it was like his I hope your sister's doing better.
Oaks can do nothing but smile, a real genuine smile. Val smiles at them one more time before stepping off the elevator. The door closes and it starts rising again.
I'm next.
No one has in them to start the farewells again, so they just start. So they wait for the inevitable ding. They wait for around 10 seconds before the door dings. Everyone grabs a stick of gum from under the seat, puts it in his pocket, and makes its way towards the front door.
Hey, Edwin.
Yes, Lucian?
No one's going to shove you into any lockers around here. You're amongst friends.
Everyone smiles. This is something he's never heard before.
Thanks. We should go get lunch sometime.
Next.
Yeah,
Sounds like fun.
sounds like fun.
See you guys.
Everyone steps up, back into the world again. However, it's not the same person when he left. He walks up with a lot more confidence in this walk. The door's closed again.
Try that fucking strut.
Next,
Hey, Lucian, I have something I need to ask you.
What is it?
Do you think Avalon is going to make it out of this?
Lucian thinks on hard for a second before shaking his head slightly.
I don't know. But for a while,
No.
and it's not going to down. Oh, sorry. I don't know, but not for a while. And it's not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, good English, mate. It just kind of scares me, you know. I act all happy, but I'm scared. I love this place.
Then because of that alone, I'm going to do everything in my power to fight for it.
Thanks, Lucian. I appreciate it.
Oaks puts on his happy face again before stepping off. It's just Declan and Lucian left.
Is this some fake accent stuff?
Nah, you can keep it.
My Russian.
No. It's implying that Dimitri's gone now.
Oh. So I'm guessing I should go down to the front desk and apply for a job, right?
Yeah, I'll write you a reference. You have a home now, Declan. A real one.
I've been thinking about it, by the way. And
You're the Russian.
I think I know what my happiest moment is.
Oh, yeah?
When everyone laughed at the Jim that's how shitty I was, can't even pronounce his name. Laughed at my Jim Carrey joke. The league didn't allow jokes. But more than that, I felt properly accepted for once.
Folks, if Avalon is one thing, it's accepted.
Lucian checks his appearance to make sure he's looking okay. His face then lights up because he remembers something. He goes and grabs the gun from the pop line. It's there.
You put it over there. You literally put it there.
Yeah, alright.
The gun. It's
I'll deal with this. I'm rich and powerful. I'll work it out.
Declan nods.
Wow, I've almost forgotten what the real world looks like. Everything's going to be okay for you, Declan, I promise.
This is the best thing Declan has heard. Tears well in his eyes.
See you around.
They both wave at each other before Lucian steps up. Lucian then does finger guns to someone off stage. No, finger guns. This is like your last line. Finger guns, you say something to someone off stage.
Oh yeah, Joseph, look at you out of rehab.
Declan is alone now. He pushes the button for the bum floor. There's someone on the floor that he's on. Declan is alone now. He pushes the button for the bum floor before sitting on the ground. Eyes closed. It appears as though he's meditating. Alright, last line.
Calcia, yeah? Calcia.
Declan's life wasn't the only one that changed that day. Edwin found many people he could talk to. After dealing with so many other people's problems for so long, Oaks finally opened up, and maybe, even just a little, a smile of his will become a tad less fake. Belle finally knows what she wants to do with her life beyond her parents' orders. And Lucian's finally gained insight into the lives of the people below his office on the 360th floor. And he'll never be the exact same person because of it. While being together in this 12 by 16 box, shut away from the outside world, all 5 of these individuals learned one thing in common, which was perhaps the most important thing anyone could learn. And that's, even though this world is filled to the brink of almost everything mankind can think of, the only thing that truly matters are the connections we make. And that's it.